Tool frontman Maynard James Keenan said that very technical players like Joe Satriani aren't his cup of tea, noting they lack humanity and tend to be a little stiff by his standards. The musician told Destroy All Lines, "I've worked with a lot of people over the years that are very technical and very good at what they do, but they are not necessarily creative. The creative force is where some of the best music comes from. Not from guys who, no disrespect to Joe Satriani, those kind of very technical, school players, I think a lot of times they lack humanity. There's not a lot of breath that comes out of the music that I hear from, I don't want to say educated, indoctrinated musicians tend to be a little stiff. That living, breathing interaction with mistakes, with not necessarily perfect approaches, that tends to give the music the character that melds really well. If you do it right, it melds well with the digital." Not only that, but Maynard also expressed his opinions recently on how most musicians today have a problem with being too one-dimensional, explaining the whole issue to Rolling Stone, saying, "I think bands in general, not necessarily the ones I'm involved in, but I think bands in general kind of have the discipline enough to learn how to play their instrument. And they have some kind of accolades or positive reinforcement for some achievements they might have had early on. Playing guitar, playing drums, so as human beings you like that praise, you like those accolades. So you pursue it more to get more of those things." He added, "But in general, most musicians nowadays, and in recent history, they lack the discipline outside of that one discipline. So in a way, they're one-dimensional, so when success comes, they don't have the faintest idea how to deal with it. And most of them implode. Most of them fall apart. They didn't have the discipline back then, they just had the discipline on what their single focus was, whatever instrument it was."